for every customer.
I find it as down it raises money to people that the NHS or things like that.
I personally think it's disgusting because it is a taxpayer's money.
The people that made the message didn't want to stay at home, it's everyone's got to pay, like everyone has to pay for what's going on, it's not right.
So if we're all paying, what's at stake? Well, it's the £50 billion that is important. The banks can draw on that if they need cash, and in return, we as taxpayers, well, we get a share of their business. Now, in theory, and when the government decides to sell their shares. But Gordon Brown committed to keeping our public sector debt
Drugi.
economic output. That's already soared with the bailout of Northern Rock and Bradford and Bingley. And the added cost of this rescue package will see debt hit an estimated 49.8% of GDP. It hasn't been that high for more than 30 years. Economists say that doesn't mean the government has to raise taxes or cut spending. But if our debt rises further as the economy slows,
The big question is how much of that increase in borrowing melts away as the economy improves, and how much is left as a stubborn underlying deficit. The bigger that deficit is, the more action the government will need to take, and the more taxpayers and public services will suffer.
So if money was tight before, it could be even tighter in future. This bailout may have implications for all of us for years. John Moylan, BBC News.
Well, today's interest rate cut takes it to 4.5%. It's the biggest cut in 7 years, and it came as part of a global move by the central banks across Europe and North America. The big question now, what impact will it have? Our economics editor Hugh Pym is at the Bank of England. Hugh.
Yes, so usually the Bank of England Monetary Policy Committee gets together for a couple of days every month to talk about interest rates. Inflation has been their main concern. This time, behind me over there, they met for more than an hour or so before agreeing to go ahead with an emergency rate cut.
Jezu, taki kaszt, ja pierdykam, dobra, ja idę stąd. Te przecież jak to wypijesz, to będziesz den.
It's a big 0.5%.
Bo po Piotrku to tam pół bieda, ale po tobie? To ty tego nie wypijesz. A co nie, czemu co nie popijesz? Ty sobie jeszcze jest. A ty co wciągnąłeś, to co to jest?
No gaz tego, co paliło się. Te opary. Aga, ty stój tutaj i mnie kręć.
Dobra, to on ci będzie kręcił.
Nie, ty kręć. Tutaj kręci się. Jest!
Ale poważnie się nakręci? But his reaction to the latest move was unenthusiastic.
Quite disappointing. Obviously, ideally they've gone further than that and done a 1% reduction to start with. But overall, I believe they need to be looking at possibly 2%.
No, mulcie mod.
One of the workers is Paul Wood. He's worried about the outlook for his employer. He's also concerned about finding a new mortgage. So today's interest rate cut is potentially good news, as long as it's passed on by lenders.
With my mortgage expiry and ready for a renewal, whether that's going to be on a fixed or a variable rate, the only concern I have is whether or not mortgage rates are actually going to come down.
The problem is that while the the rate at which banks lend to each other has shot up to well above 6%, and that has a big impact on mortgages. So there's no guarantee that with the official rate now down to 4.5, mortgage rates will follow.
It's something called LIBOR. It's the interest rate at which banks lend to one another, and normally that's really, really close to the Bank of England base rate.
No już.
Now the base rate cut isn't going to cure the difference between LIBOR and the base rate itself. What is going to cure is the money that the government put into the banks and money market.
Inaczej jakby to mówić
Halifax has led the way with 0.5%
Właśnie nie wiem, czy tam są zużyte, ale to się zdejmę.